I rush the draft and rush again because that last one was poop. You probably lose your little self trying to move how I move.
You saying that I'm a bitch, well come and show me the proof. This ain't no stock, this is stick hanging out of the tube. I'm about a bag, I can show you how to jug it and move. My inner circle locked in, we ain't taking recruits.
My circle all goons, we winning, we don't know how to lose. And if you slip, you getting 8. I ain't talking about food, I'm missing some screws. I'm about to leave some.
What's good, y'all? It's your main man Deykwon, and I'm back with another video for y'all. And in this video, we're gonna be ranking the Bigmen pie charts in 2K22. Now we gonna skip the first 8 of these because we gonna go to the top 10. There's 18 pie charts. If we did all 18, this video would be 30 minutes long. But if y'all do get this video to 50 likes, we'll do the guard version. We'll rank every single guard pie chart in 2K22. But let's get straight to this thing. Now, this is the last 8 right here. This is the D category and a little bit of the C category. Now, with these pie charts, you have to be doing a whole lot for these pie charts to be good, and you have to be good doing a whole lot with those pie charts, if you know what I mean. So automatically these are at the lower end of the pie charts. But if we go to the number 10, we got this pie chart right here, the more blue and the less green. Now this is one of the best offensive pie charts for a big man, one of the best post scoring pie charts for a big man, just because you got that whole lot of finishing and a little bit of shooting, get your post fades on. But this is not good enough to make the top lineups in the game. We still need that rebounding, maybe a little bit more shooting, and this actually beats the half blue half green, and that's only because finishing on a big man predominantly will win over half because you're getting more of those attributes that we need. But now on to number 9, straight to the B category. We got the majority red and a little bit of finishing pie chart. Now this pie chart is actually not bad. It's not terrible. Like, none of these are going to be terrible with the right player, but in most lineups they're just not going to fit. More towards the lower end I'm talking about. But with this pie chart right here, it's not bad because we have a lot of defense and a little bit of finishing, and that's what's good on a big man. But why not just go all out on defense or all out on finishing, or even half, because we're missing out on those Hall of Fame badges from the finishing. But on to number 8, we have the more green and the less red. Now this one again is good because the shooting, but it's the same case with the last one. Why not go all out with the shooting? Why are we only going not even halfway with the defense, but a little bit of the way? Not getting those defensive badges on a big man is huge, and that's the reason why it's on the lower end of this tier list. Like, B category, not bad, still above the last 11. So again, not terrible. But now on to number 7, we have the yellow and the red pie chart. This is actually an underrated ass pie chart in this game, and the builds you can make with this pie chart for both guards and big man are crazy. The possibilities are endless. You can have a good ass defensive build, you grab a rebound, pass it out with a Hall of Fame dimer. Come on now, there's a badge called post playmaker. You pass out of an offensive rebound, even extra boost. Add on top of that, we're already a defensive pie chart, so it's already gonna get a little bit of the physical side. So what that means is we'll be able to finish inside a little bit if you choose so. But the only cons of this pie chart, you can shoot. I will add on to that. If you want to add some shooting, you can shoot with this build. But the only cons is if you do want to shoot with this pie chart, then the inside gonna be a little bit lopsided. Same thing with the other side. If you want to be able to score inside with this pie chart, the shooting gonna be a little bit lopsided. But I'd say that's about it. This is really an underrated pie chart, and that's why it's at the end of the B category. Now let's get on to the A category. And for the first pie chart in the A category, number 6, we got the pure green pie chart, the pure stretch 4, the pure stretch 5, the pure sharp pie chart for a big man. Now this one, you could honestly argue it to be higher, but the other ones are just too good. Just wait for those. But the reason this one is so good, just because the court gravity this one offers when it steps onto the court. You stand in the corner as a big man. Big mans who are guarding you, they love to guard the paint. They're not going to go all the way out there every single time. They might forget 1 or 2 times, and that's free threes. Like, you can do this with other shooting big man builds, but this one, the pure sharp, you gonna be making that bitch about 8 times out of 10, best believe. If you a good shooter, you have a good jump shot too, you gonna make that bitch. Now the cons with this pie chart is you kind of lack the necessities of a big man. You can't score inside, you can't grab rebounds, your playmaking might be off a little bit, won't throw those fast passes unless you put a lot on playmaking, you put a lot on inside, you put a lot on defense. But again, the build just gonna be lopsided, just like we talked about with the other one. But overall, still a good pie chart. Now for number 5, we got the more blue and the less red pie chart. Another underrated pie chart in this game. The pros of this pie chart is just the physicality. You are gonna grab those rebounds, you are gonna dunk on people, and the defense and the speed is still gonna be able to match up to those other pie charts. The good ones too, the bad ones, just good all around. Just no shooting in this pie chart. And the biggest con I'd say is you don't have Hall of Fame defense. Like there's still defense in the pie chart, in the actual thing, but you ain't gonna get that Hall of Fame. You ain't gonna get that Hall of Fame rebounder, that Hall of Fame rim protector. But still is a good pie chart though. That's just the only thing. But now onto the S category, number 4. We got the pure blue pie chart. The reason this pie chart is so good, the reason it's at the top, is because how unstoppable this build is on offense, and just the versatility of what you can do on offense. Just like we talked about the pure stretch, the pure green pie chart, having that court gravity, being able to pull people away from the paint. This one pulls people into the paint. Same thing, you dunk on people a couple times, you get a post hook, maybe you just keep scoring in the paint, people are gonna help. You don't even have to do it a couple of times, just do it 1 time, 2 times, people gonna help. Trust me. The only cons of this pie chart is really the rebounds and the defense. But again, this pie chart is super physical and will make up for those. Not as much as having red in your pie chart, as much as that goes, but just enough to compete with the average big man. But now on to number 3, we got the pure red pie chart. And I already know a lot of y'all gonna think this should be number 1, this should be number 2, but just wait. This, you can argue it could be in those spots, but the reason it's in number 3, it's still good. It's just because of how good it is all around. Other than shooting, defense, rebounding, you can still score inside, and really off those reasons alone, it's one of the best in the game. Think about what big men do on the court. They set screens, check mark. We got that Hall of Fame brick wall. They grab rebounds, check mark. They defend the paint, check mark. The speed this pie chart allows you to have, the physicality, the strength, bro, all around, just a very good pie chart. And this build can even compete with some of the best finishing pie charts in the game. But that brings us to number 2. This build got both defense and finishing, the best of both worlds. And it's really taking nothing away from the last pie chart, just a couple of badges, maybe a little bit extra physicality, but we're taking that physicality and those extra defensive badges we can have and throwing that into the finishing, and it's gonna make it that much better. Now we can actually score on people inside with our own will, with our own choosing the moves. We don't have to call for the ball to get it. We don't have to get lucky with an inside basket. Now we can hit a drop step, we can post spin around somebody, just adding a whole nother dimension to our game that the last pie chart doesn't. Again, not taking nothing away from that pie chart, just adding on to it with this pie chart right here. But now we are on to number 1. Number 1, y'all called it maybe, but the green and red pie chart. This pie chart can spread the floor, play defense, even score inside. If you are inside, come off a pass, we're dunking that bitch. Unlike some other builds, this build can really do it all. It can pass the ball, still play defense just as good as the other builds. If you're good on defense, if you have the knowledge, the IQ, still good enough to compete just all around, other than the finishing. But again, we can still do that though. And really, those are all the reasons that make this pie chart one of the best, or the best in the game. It's at number 1 for a reason. But I'd say the number 1 thing that tops it all is its ability to spread the floor and also be able to play the role of an inside big man, set screens and do all that. And its versatility that this pie chart offers really lets it be viable on any single team. Any single team you throw this pie chart on, it will turn into a good team. You cannot say that about the rest of the pie charts in the game. Maybe some of the other shooting pie charts, but with this one, it's at the top for a reason. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe,